So let's solve a sum based on the concepts of matrix multiplication that we've studied so far. We've been given that matrix A is equal to x3, y3. Now, if A square is equal to 3i, where I is an identity matrix of order 2 by 2, we want to find the value of x and y. This question had appeared in the ICSE 2020 examination. Right. Now, let's start with the question. First thing, we've been given the value of matrix A, and A square is equal to 3i. So let's first find the value of A square. Now remember one thing, A square is not the square of each element of A, is actually matrix A into matrix A. So what we need to do is we need to perform matrix multiplication of matrix A with itself. So let's just write down matrix A first. So we have matrix A, which is x3, y3, yeah, and now matrix A into matrix A. So matrix A once again, x3, y3, right? So here we have it. Now if you notice, this is a 2 by 2 matrix, matrix A, yeah, and it's also a 2 by 2 matrix, matrix A again. So the number of columns in the first is equal to the number of rows in the second, and so matrix multiplication is possible. And as I get rid of these two numbers, I can say the order of the resultant matrix will also be 2 by 2, right? So let's write it down here where we have more space. Now remember, whenever we're performing matrix multiplication, we multiply we multiply the rows of the first matrix by the columns of the second. So let's just demarcate our rows and columns of the first matrix, right? It becomes easier for us to notice later, pick it out later on. So x3 here, if you see, is the first row of the first matrix. Y3 here is the second row of the first matrix. And now for the second matrix, we consider its columns. So x and y here, if you see, is the first column of the second matrix, and 3, 3 over here is the second column of the second matrix, right? Now to find the first row, first column component of our resultant matrix, we will multiply the first row and the first column. So sorry about that. We will multiply the first row with the first column, right? Multiply them element wise. So x into x will give me x square. 3 into y will give me 3y. So x square plus 3y. That's my first row, first column element. Now moving on to the first row, second column. So we'll multiply the first row and the second column. X into 3 will give me 3x. 3 into 3 is 9. So 3x plus 9. That's my second row, first row, second column element. Sorry, let's move this a little lower. Now first row elements have been populated. Let's go on to the second row elements. So for that, we'll first consider the second row, first column multiplication, right? So y into x will give me xy over here, right? And 3 into y is 3y, so xy plus 3y. Now that's the first row, second row, first column. Now on to the second row, second column, right? So for the second row, second column, if you notice, it's y into 3, which is 3y, and 3 into 3, which is 9. So 3y plus 9. This here gives me the value for A square, right? So if you notice, matrix A square is equal to this. You can see it's a 2 by 2 matrix. All right. Now in the question, it's given to us that A square is equal to 3i, right? So we have A square equal to 3i. Yeah, we will use this condition to solve the sum further to find the values of x and y. A square, we've already found the value above over here, so let's just see if we can copy that value, make our work a little easier, right? Yeah, there you go. Copy, and let's just move that here. So we have A square already, right? A square equal to 3i. So remember, 3i is nothing but the matrix I. Remember the matrix I is nothing but the identity matrix, which is 1, 0, 0, 1, right? For a for a 2 by 2 identity matrix is 1 0 0 1. And let's solve this further. So if I perform matrix scalar multiplication on the right hand side, I'll get matrix I as I'll get 3i as this 3 0. Let's color code it similar to what we have on the other side. So let's write that down as 3 0 0 3. Right, what we've done is we've multiplied this 3 into the matrix. So remember, scalar multiplication, each and every element gets multiplied by 3, and this here is equal to the matrix a square. Right, let's just move that here. Yeah, so we know a square is equal to this matrix over here given to us. So now if I want to find the value of x, I'll have to solve the equation to find the value of x. For the value of x, let us solve this equation over here. Let's say we can say 3x plus 9 is equal to 0, and for finding the value of y, we will solve this equation, 3y plus 9 is equal to 3. Because remember, in the equality of matrices, we had discussed that when two matrices are equal, each of their corresponding elements are equal. So let's, for solving x, let us solve this here. 3x plus 9 is equal to 0. Now when I solve this equation, take 9 plus 9 to the other side, becomes minus 9, right? And we have 3x over here. 3 is being multiplied here, take it to the other side of the equation, becomes division. So minus 9 upon 3 will give me minus 3. This here is the value for x. Similarly, we can find the value for y now. For y, we will solve the equation. For y, we will solve the equation. 3y plus 9 is equal to 3. Once again, take the 9 to the other side. So plus 9 becomes minus 9, and 3y will be equal to, it's not minus 3, it's plus 3, sorry. Plus 9 will become minus 9, and 3 minus 9 will give me minus 6. 3 over here, take it to the other side, division. So y is equal to minus 6 upon 3, which is minus 2. Right, so this finally gives us the answers. X is equal to minus 3 and y is equal to minus 2. Let's mark that as our answer. Draw a neat little rectangle around it. Yep. So this is the values for x and y. In the next video, we'll solve a few more sums. We'll solve another sum based on a similar concept.